Well, my problem says sketch the function f of x, which is equal to 3 ln of 5 times x minus 8, then plus 2. I know what the function ln x is supposed to look like, and these changes to the formula should correspond to transformations of the graph, so I should be able to sketch it using that information. Let me just draw ln x. I've started all the way over here because I know that it doesn't have anything when x is negative, and I know that it crosses at 1, and then it goes sort of roughly this shape. It's also the inverse of e to the power of x, and e to the power of x would go this way and would have an e here at x equals 1. So it should be, when this is 1, this should be e, which is about 2.7. So it's about there. So it's going to go something like that. Okay, that's y equals ln of x. And then each of these things should change how this is, the position that this is in. The 3 times should multiply all the y coordinates by 3, so everything stretches out. So this point, which was at 1 before, is now at 3, and this is still at e as it was before. Okay, so presumably when I draw it again, I can stretch that out properly. Okay. Then the plus 2 will shift the whole thing up by 2. I might leave that till later, actually. This 5 times, I'm imagining this as first replacing the x with an x times 5, and then replacing the x with an x minus 8. So that 5 times will shrink it this way. Everything will be a fifth of what it was. Timesing 5 on the inside does the opposite. So this 1 will actually become a fifth, and that e will actually become e on 5. The 5 is over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that'll become 1. All right. I wonder what this height is here. What are we up to at the moment? We're up to 3 ln of 5x. 3 times ln of 5 times 1. It's 4.8. Okay. All right, and then the whole thing shifts up by 2 and forward by 8, because inside minus shifts it forward and outside plus shifts it up. Okay. Well, I reckon I can do that, but what I might do is draw this better to scale first. So 1, all this happens within the 1, so I might make that pretty wide. And it's supposed to be up to 5, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.8 there. And there's the 1 there. So this 1/5 is about there. And there's my 1. E on 5 is somewhere quite close to 3 on 5. So that's about there. And this height is 3. This height's about 4.8. Like that. Okay. And then the whole thing shifts over. So it's going to shift two up and 8 forward, like all the way over there. Okay. All right, well, I think I can now draw the graph I want. That one was to scale. I think I can fit it in here. Do you know what? No, I'll just do a whole new page. Now that was going to have to move over 8 and go up. So I'm going to need a lot more space. So I'll just do it over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not that good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And maybe one more because the whole thing had to shift over by 8. Maybe go just a little more. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 because it went up to 5-ish before, and we're going to move it up by 2. Okay, so all of this stuff here now happens not, this isn't, this is now up 2, so it's actually here, and I'm just going to draw a nice dotted line there, and this thing is now at 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 there. And all of the stuff that I did before is now happening here. So it was at a 5th here that it crossed the x-axis, but that's not the x-axis, that's up here now. And then that height of 3 happened at about roughly 3/5, just a little bit before, about there. And then this one got us to about 4.8 from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So about there. So this ought to get closer and closer and closer to that line, but never quite reach it. And this will go sloping out that way, like that. So this is now y equals 3 ln 5 x take 8 plus 2. All right. Weird, but that's what it is.